Hi, this is Tutor and this is lesson 627. Title of today's lesson is the difference between accusation and allegation. Okay, so you can also compare it to, of course, the verbs to accuse and to allege too. All right, anybody want a screenshot? Do it right now. Let's get right to it. Both terms refer to a claim that someone has done something wrong or illegal, and so far it has not been officially proven. So there definitely will be crossover between these two words. But I'm going to try to give you some hints where you might clearly see, well, in this situation it might be better to use one than the other. All right, let's continue. Some say accusation is used with a more forceful claim. So if the person is forcefully claiming something and they're pointing it, whether they're right or wrong in the end is yet to be seen, but their claim is forceful, so they're pointing like, you're the guilty one. That's what we mean by a more forceful claim. In that case, you're probably more likely to use accusation. And when enough evidence exists that someone could be charged and found guilty in a court of law. So especially if there's more evidence and there's better evidence, again, accusation might be more likely to be used. According to lawyers, right, this is important because this is more in the official sense. In the official sense, we might be able to see a little bit more clearly a difference between these two. So according to lawyers, they say accusation is more likely to be used with someone who's being charged in a criminal court, where if one is found guilty, he or she may do jail time. So you just may go, so if you're found guilty, you go to jail for, I don't know, months, years, something like that. We will probably use accusation more with that. Now let's look at allegation. Some say allegation is more often used to describe a situation where claims cannot be proven by any evidence available yet. So there's not enough evidence out there yet. So you're just saying that you allege it. This could be proven to be wrong later on. Lawyers say the term allegation is more likely to be used in civil court. Okay, like when people are suing each other for harming each other in some way or another. And not all claims are criminal. Yeah, like for divorce, for example. That's not technically against the law. You don't go to jail for divorcing someone, or even if you cheated on your spouse, it's a terrible thing, it's immoral, but you don't go to jail for it. So, claims criminal court, but still may have done harm, of course. In civil court, the case is filed on behalf of the injured party. So the person who feels that they've been injured, they feel like they should get something back. So we often use allege more with this. The level of evidence does not have to be as high as to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So beyond a reasonable doubt is used in criminal court a lot because the person goes to jail. That's more serious. Your freedom is taken away for a period of time. So the level of evidence has to be more serious. When somebody's just trying to sue you over something, the level of evidence doesn't have to be as high. And in that case, allege is more likely to be used. All right, I'm going to give you these next two examples. This kind of clearly shows you how it can make a big difference. In the 1990s, O.J. Simpson's lawyers had to defend against the accusation of O.J. murdering his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ronald Goldman, yes, and was ultimately found not guilty. Yes, so the state was accusing him, and in this case, he definitely will go to jail if he is found guilty by the state, accusing him of murdering somebody. But the level of evidence has to be at a higher level. And even though there was some evidence to suggest that he may have done this crime, I guess the jury in the end said there wasn't enough, so he was found not guilty in the criminal court. However, number two, in civil court, O.J. Simpson had to defend against the allegations of being responsible for the deaths of his ex-wife and Ronald Goldman. In this court case, he was found guilty, and the families were awarded $33.5 million for damages. So they alleged that he had something to do with it. The level of evidence did not have to be as high, and he actually lost with probably a lot of the same evidence. And he lost, and he got sued for a lot of money. I don't know if he really ever paid it all, but he did get sued for a lot of money in this one. And allege would be more common to be used than that. So you can see when it's official, there's more of a clear distinction of when one is more likely than the other. All right, and just to show you, outside of official, if you make an accusation against someone, you criticize them and express the belief that they have done something wrong. This could be, in a business situation. She made the accusation that it was my fault we lost the account. She's kind of pointing and, you did it, your fault. Okay. So again, we would use accusation here. Okay. All right. And the second one, there have been allegations that congressmen may have accepted bribes, but no evidence has yet to be proven. Newspapers like to use allegations a lot because, just in case later on it turns out to not be true. They say, well, we just said it was alleged. We didn't say definitely did it. And also, especially if the allegation is against, a political party member they like. It's just allegations, that's probably not true. It's used a little bit more that way, where the word accusation is more forceful, somebody pointing at it. They may not like that image, so they're less likely to use that word. In both cases, somebody may be found to be guilty or innocent, until it's actually judged. And in some cases, it's not even in court. It's just alleged. It's more like it's claimed. Maybe not enough proof yet. Even with the congressman down here, maybe it seems like he made a strange decision, and maybe they don't have the actual proof of him accepting the money or where he got this large sum of money that may have been a bribe. So at the moment, it's still just allegations. Okay, anyway, I hope you got a little bit of a better feel when you're more likely to use one than the other, or when you're more likely to hear one than the other. Anyway, thank you for your time. Bye-bye.